Well, here's a guy who knows a thing or two about all this, and I'm likely guessing he's probably in the same camp I am, furious at this idea that they weaponized the FBI to go raid President Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. And that's Stephen Miller, president of America First Legal, senior advisor, by the way, to President Trump's former senior advisor. Stephen, are you as pissed off about this as I am? I can't believe that they've done this. And now we know in hindsight, thanks to a FOIA request.
This is an atrocity. This is an outrage with few equals in American history. I share your anger. I share your righteous indignation at what has transpired here. Let's be very clear in what we are talking about. We are talking about a paperwork dispute, a disagreement between the National Archives and the President of the United States about the proper location for routine presidential files. Now, as a legal matter, and my organization has written a white paper on this, and we've analyzed this endlessly, it's important to remind people that a president has the absolute right, not just under law, but under the United States Constitution as chief executive, to decide upon leaving office which are personal records and which are public records. So that's an absolute right. But let's say the National Archives, the little bureaucrats over the National Archives, the little tyrants that are processing these paperwork, let's say that they want a piece of paper that they don't have. You know how you settle a paperwork dispute, Eric? By writing a letter. And then you get a letter back, and you can send all the letters back and forth that you want. You know what you don't do? You don't sign a license to kill. You do not invade a compound of a former president who, by the way, is running for office again, who will be the leading opponent, the chief political rival of the current occupant. You do not invade the compound with written permission to use lethal, deadly force. For a paperwork dispute, this is something that you wouldn't expect to see in Russia, in Iran, in some of the worst and most dangerous places in the world. You would not expect to see this. And here's another point. The White House is the organization. My organization also unearthed this. The White House is the organization that, on behalf of DOJ, requested the documents that justified this raid. In other words, the White House set this all in motion by using a process that's known as a special access request. What that means is, if a president comes in and he's organizing a state dinner and he wants to find out who was invited to the last state dinner, they can go to the archives and say, oh, can you give us the list of who was at the last state dinner? But on behalf of DOJ, the White House said, we need President Trump's records. Those records were then used as the legal predicate for the home invasion. So in other words, Joe Biden's own lawyers set the invasion in motion. We have them dead to rights on this, which means Joe Biden also owns the decision to authorize lethal force. And anyone saying to you, oh, well, this is normal, the FBI uses lethal force directives all the time. Yes, if you're raiding a drug cartel, Eric, if you're going to the house, a drug den, and you have Sinaloa cartel members, you have MS-13, and they're armed to the teeth, and they have weapons, and they're ready to shoot, to go into Mar-a-Lago with permission to shoot, permission to kill?
So let me jump in here, Stephen.
Not right now. How is he not right now dropping out of this race in shame?
I have to bring some of these things up. You're so right about all these things. License to kill. Now, mind you, Mar-a-Lago is a secure location. It has U.S. Secret Service all over the place, all the time. Those documents weren't going to get stolen or mutilated during a raid. License to shoot and kill. There are innocent people standing around Mar-a-Lago, people staying there, friends, guests. What happens if Donald Trump is there and sees someone, an FBI agent, roughing up Barron Trump or Melania Trump in her closet, which we know they went through, and decides to push back? Is there going to be a gunfight at Mar-a-Lago because the FBI and the Secret Service are going to get into it?